they came to America and they're not looked at as that anymore. They're looked at as African Americans. Okay, so what does that mean? That means we have to help them. Like, we have to get them out of capture. Personally, me, um, half of my family is black. On my dad's side, we black. We black on my dad's side. On my mom's side, we're native and we're Spanish. Okay? So you can be black and you can still be acting like a whole different culture trying to fit in with the community that you already in. No, man. It's a way to fit in with the black community, and it's not like just being hood, being gangster. Woo, woo. It's a way to fit in with the black community, and it boils down to your attitude. It boils down to, like, what can you stand for? Like, if you can't stand for anything, then you're not black. Like, even if you have opinion, everybody else feel like it's something different. Like, it's up to you to be like, I'm gonna stand for this. Like, this is what I really do. Like, me personally, I stand for respect. Hey, babe. Me personally, I stand for respect. So I wouldn't let somebody disrespect me like that. I'm a moral person. And even if I wasn't black, that's a way that I would be fitting in with the black community. I would be standing for something that I personally feel is right, because blacks didn't have rights at a point in time. It was just whoever was there, that's who got the right to, go to this place. That's who got the right to sit at this place. That's who got the right to speak. Like blacks didn't even have the right to speak once upon a time. So, like, just standing for something and making sure that it's right in your eyes is being black. Like, having the power to stand, like having the power to be like, okay, I'm gonna just do this, even if it's not even if it's not right in their eyes, it's right in my eyes. You see what I'm saying? So, like, that's a way to be black, because you probably, like, people are black, but they acting white. Like, they're they're just following the whole mainstream. Like, they're just doing what everybody else is doing. Like, that's lame. Like, you can't be in the black community doing what everybody else is doing, because then you're just gonna look like how everybody else see you. Like, everybody else see black people, the stereotypical black person, as a criminal. Like, the stereotypical black person as a gangster, somebody who's dumb. Woo, woo, woo. Like, I turn on the news and all I'm seeing is black people on the negative side. Like, that shit weird. It's weird knowing that I came from the black community, and it's not like that. Like, that whole situation is different. It's set up like the black community is set up. So I feel like we need to help the blacks. Like, we need to be like, okay, I'm gonna stand for something, and part of that is standing for your own agenda. Like, you have your own agenda. Everybody, has some type of idol or some type of figure that they look up to, and that's cool. That's cool if you look up to some type of figure that's doing right in the black community. But at one point in time, you have to say, this is the right move. You have to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Today I said, look, I'm going to have a schedule. And I'm going to follow that schedule. Bro, if you walk in the community, if you walk where I'm from, I'm standing outside, and you just walked up like, I ain't even know you. You just walked up like, hey, man, you ever thought about a schedule? I'll be like, bro, look. We both on the same agenda. we both on the same agenda. Like, you standing for something. Even if I didn't even have a schedule, I'm like, wow, you're actually working on something. I'm not really deteriorating. So that's number two. That goes to number two of how to be supportive of the black community, or how to be black. Even that goes for a black person too. Number two, like, you really have to stop not supporting people and stop being jealous. Like, envy will get you killed. Like, that's the saying in the black community. Envy will get you killed. Like, you know how snitches get stitches? Envy will get you killed. Like, as soon as you think that, you know, this person is better than you, or you like this person is better than you in every single way, and that's envy. Because of course someone is better than you. Like, he's better than you, she's better than you. You know, like, she gardens, he cut hair. Like, of course you don't know how to do something like that. You haven't even tried it. So, like, when you envy, you become the enemy. Like, you know, when you envy, it's a negative emotion. So, like, don't be thinking that somebody is better than you, because you are better than somebody at something. So, like, we trying to get out of the black community to multiply. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're trying to multiply. So, like, the more positive that you enforce in somebody, the more that you tell your children, hey, you're doing the right thing. You tell your friends, hey, you're doing the right thing. You know, positivity, that's building. That's building. So you build it on a community just by not being envious. Do something. Like, do something. Ever since we got clout on the news, the black community got clout on the news, they've been trying to tell us in the commercials, like, go outside and do something. Like, just do this shit, man. Like, that's how you be black. You're supposed to do something. You're not supposed to just sit there sedentary the whole lifespan. You can't sit there sedentary your whole lifespan. You're gonna be like a worm or some shit. Like, what are you doing? Like, being black means being active. In Africa, in places in Africa, there's no such thing as chairs. There's no such thing as couches. There's no such thing as resting. Like, resting, period. You're not resting in Africa. There's no chairs, there's no couches in certain places, because that's what they stand for. Of course they can have chairs. Hey Amber. Of course they can have chairs. They can buy a couch, you know, whenever they want to. But that's their morals. Their morals are saying we need to be in nature. Their morals are saying we need to thrive on doing something, on, like, standing up for something. And that's just being active in some type of way. So that's number three. That's pretty much it. Number one, how to be black. And this goes for all the black people too, because y'all black people are doing Mexican stuff. Y'all black people are doing Puerto Rican stuff, like white. Nah, y'all not that. So, like, number one is stand for something. Like, be supportive of something. Make sure it's right in your eyes, not just because it's in somebody else's eyes. Like, you have to have your own opinion, and you have to stand for that, even if everybody else disagrees. That's what makes you powerful, because it's going to spark somebody's brain to be like, oh, that person is right. That person is right. So, like, that's number one, being supportive, standing for something. Number two is not being envious, like, making sure that your fellow person, even if they black, white, Latino, Spanish, whatever, make sure they have that positive energy. If they tell you something of an accomplishment that they did, you should be supportive and not envious. Never get jealous. Of course, they're better than you at selling newspapers. That's all they do. That's all they've been doing, is selling newspapers. Like, of course, you're better than them at something that you do every day if you work on your craft. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a sign when somebody tells you, in the black community that they've done something, because that's telling you to do something. So that leads to number 3. Number 2 is don't be envious. Number 1 is stand for something. So number 3 is be active. Be active. Make sure you're not sitting in a chair for longer than 2 hours. Make sure you're not sitting on a couch for longer than 2 hours. Get up, do some push-ups, like walk in a circle around your crib, walk the block. Just be active in some type of way, because Africa is active 24/7. Like, you may think Chinatown, you got people moving, but in Africa, the lights are people. Like, people are moving like the lights are moving in China. Plus, they moving like people in China. So, like, you have to think about what we're standing for. That's how we're so powerful. We're moving like ants, like bullet ants that'll eat you alive. So, like, that's it. Number 1, how to be black. That goes for everybody, even if you black. Number 1, stand for something. Number 2, don't be jealous. Don't be that envious. And number 3, be active. Peace and blessings to everybody. My next live will be Wednesday, and I'll be telling y'all about the moon, and I'll be telling y'all about the stars. So, peace and blessings to everybody. Thank y'all for watching.